I have been thinking about one person I didn't put in the book was R.B. Kuiper. And
Hmm.
I tried to be disciplined enough not to follow too many rabbit trails. But it's interesting that when Geerhardus Vos took the appointment to Princeton in 1893, Klaus Kuiper, R.B.'s father, was one of the people who was appointed to replace Vos at the school. And so that's how much R.B. Kuiper was connected to the scene in Grand Rapids. His father had been at Compton, had been close to Bobbink, had after 15 years in the pastorate in the Netherlands, came to Michigan and was in the CRC. So when R.B. Kuiper studies under Voss in 1916 at Princeton, again, this is somewhat like someone from the old country, part of the family. So that when Machen starts Westminster in 1929, he's hand-picking perhaps four of the great students that Voss has in the last 15 years of his of service at Princeton to be founding faculty at Westminster. So again,
Hmm.
that's where you start to see this tie between the two. And I think it was just for that original faculty and stuff. Uh, they all knew how much they were dedicated to Voss. And one thing that I guess the theologian that I think is the most underrated Reformed theologian of the 20th century is Ned B. Stonehouse. And
Yeah.
every time I pick him up, I just can't believe what I'm reading. I mean,
Yeah.
so there's this great article that is in the second year of the Westminster Journal on Debilius and the relationship between faith and history. And when you read it, you're reading it through and you begin to realize that Stonehouse has combined Machen's What is Faith with Geerhardus Vos's self-disclosure of Jesus, and he's applying it now to a Bardian. And it is just
Yeah.
fantastic. It knocks me out. I mean, I'm sitting there thinking, why hasn't anyone written about Stonehouse other than Moses Silva? And that
Yeah.
this guy, everything I read, I'm sitting there going, this is what he's doing.